Okay, colleagues, we're back on for the Administration and Finance Committee meeting of December the 2nd, my son's 12th birthday. So I'll ask Chris to conduct the roll call. Chris.
Thank you, Chair. Regional Chair Redmond.
Present.
Councillor Craig. Councillor Craig is present. Councillor Erb.
Present.
Councillor Foxton.
Present.
Councillor Gowing.
Here.
Chair Harris.
Present.
Councillor Hunick.
Present.
Councillor James.
Present.
Councillor Liggett. Councillor McCabe. Councillor Novak. Present. Councillor Rodriguez.
Present.
Councillor Salonen. Councillor Shantz.
Present.
Councillor Verbenovich.
Present.
And Councillor Wolf.
Present.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay. I would, I want to remind folks that we are on the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Chinantan peoples. We acknowledge the enduring presence of the Indigenous people with whom we share this land today, their achievements and their contributions to our community. Are there any declarations of conflict of interest? I don't see any. There are no presentations and there are no delegations today. We'll look forward to seeing some of those tomorrow night. Moving to the consent agenda, are there any requests to remove items from the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'll ask for a mover and a seconder. Moved by Councillor James, seconded by Councillor Foxton. I'll ask you to head over onto eScribe to confirm that. I think we're close to being approved there. I'll move to the next item, 6.1, strategic priority, resilient. Oh, just a sec. That's the one we just approved, didn't we? Okay, 7.1, strategic priority, equitable services and opportunities. The regular agenda, the MAT reserve grant request for Ontario Summer Games. I'll call upon Rod Regier to provide the introduction. Is Rod taking care of that? He's out of here. Julian, come on down. You're the next contestant.
So this report recommends that we support the Explore Waterloo Region's hosting of the Ontario Summer Games next July to the tune of $250,000 from the MAT Reserve. There's sufficient funds in the reserve to sustain this request and leave a good almost $280,000 left over. The request itself, the games are Ontario's largest recurring athletic event. We're expecting 4,000 or so participants, where the participants would be mainly housed at the universities, but we would expect an additional 3,000 or so friends and family that would result in hotel visits and an economic impact of $6 to $7 million to the region.
Okay, that's it? Or, sorry? We're good?
All good.
Pardon me? Pardon me? We're all good. Questions, colleagues? Councillor, sorry, we've got a mover, Councillor Salonen, and seconded by Councillor Shantz. Thank you. We've no further discussion or debate.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Councillor McCabe.
Sorry, I was late to get here. Does the municipal accommodations tax, does that apply to when university beds are used, the dorms are used for overnight guests?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, colleagues, no further discussion. I'll ask you to head over to eScribe. We'll pop up that request. We'll vote on it. Thank you. Okay, that's carried. 7.2, strategic priority, resilient and future-ready organization. The MBN Canada Performance Measurement Report, I'll ask our CFO, Wayne Steffler, to provide an introduction to the report. Wayne.
Thank you, Chair Harris, and we have a presentation as well. So just to summarize, benchmarking is one of the tools that we do use to monitor performance, identify trends, and support ways for continuous improvement. For 2024, MBN Canada has significantly streamlined its data set, and what staff have done is we've summarized some key measures across 26 program areas. So overall, the results show the region continues to perform well with some strong efficiencies in several areas. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Tricia Alpa, our Director of Treasury Services and Deputy Treasurer, to walk you through some of the highlights.
Through the chair, thanks so much for the opportunity to highlight some of the information in the MBN Canada report on the 2024 benchmarking results. This is a 4-information report prepared each year on the region's participation in the program. Next slide. The Municipal Benchmarking Network of Canada, also known as MBN Canada, is a network of Canadian municipalities collaborating to foster a culture of service excellence in municipal government. The participating municipalities identify and collect consistent and comparable data across municipal service areas. Currently, there are 8 participating municipalities from across Canada, and Waterloo Region has participated for many years. As Wayne mentioned, MBN Canada has recently reviewed its processes and in 2024 reduced the collection measures from 538 to 152, what they believe are the key metrics based on input from the participants. Normally, MBN Canada prepares a formal report on the publicly reportable measures, but decided not to do so for 2024. So as a result, staff have prepared a summary report similar to previous reports you may have seen, but the appendix is a compilation of 1 to 2 key metrics for each program area tied to strategic initiatives. Next slide. So the region has participated in this benchmarking program for over 20 years. The appendix of the report highlights the metrics from each of the program areas. Overall, the region continues to perform well across most service areas. Staff have further selected 3 programs to spotlight to specifically show how benchmarking can tie into the ongoing work and identify needs moving forward. Next slide. So the first program we're spotlighting is accounts payable. Benchmarking has helped us directly highlight strong efficiency and process maturity in the accounts payable program, which aligns with recent process digitization and ongoing efficiency improvements and helps staff assess that we are on a helpful path forwards. The first metric shown shows the lowest operating cost per invoice in all 3 of the years. In late 2021, staff implemented a digital scan software, approval workflow, and paperless database, which has added efficiency and increased the volume of invoices that are processed per FTE. The second metric shows how the region benchmarks against the industry and general best practice standard of paying invoices within 30 days. The region has one of the highest % of invoices paid within 30 days, which is very key to our vendors. You can see the big improvement from 2022 to 2023, which was a result of staff working through and fine-tuning efficiencies of the new digitized system. Lastly, I'll highlight that staff don't stop seeking improvements once a new system is in place. We're always learning from the challenges that arise, noticing triggers of bottlenecks, and continually seeking ways to keep improving. Next slide. The second program we're spotlighting is emergency shelters. Benchmarking here highlights the outcomes of actions to address the strategic plans around chronic homelessness, but at the same time accentuates the continued need. The first metric shows the average number of emergency shelter beds per 100,000 people nearly doubled and was among the highest of the participating municipalities. This aligns with the local investments and coordinated efforts through programs like Building Better Futures and the Plan to End Chronic Homelessness and the Canada-Ontario Housing Benefit. The second metric shows the average length of stay for families seeking emergency shelters, which decreased slightly but remains very elevated, emphasizing the continued need for affordable and supportive housing development. Next slide. The last program we're spotlighting is Fleet. Benchmarking highlights the opportunity for improvement, and having data to support strategic direction is really helpful to support planned next steps with the vehicle fleet. The first metric shows the highest light vehicle operating cost due to older vehicles retained beyond their life cycle for expansion and project demands. The second metric shows a high percentage of unplanned maintenance hours, which is also tied to the older vehicles retained beyond their life cycle. The fleet division is actively working with program areas to retire aging vehicles and to right-size the fleet to reduce costs and improve reliability moving forward. Next slide. These program spotlights show the different perspectives gained from participation in benchmarking. The region continues to participate in the NBN Canada review of its processes and to provide feedback to help improve this benchmarking initiative. NBN Canada is continuing to review to validate the list of measures, comparability in the data collection process, and identifying gaps and planning a path forwards. Thanks again for the opportunity to speak to this initiative, and staff are pleased to, if you have any questions, and I'll hand it back to you, Chair.
Councillor James.
Thank you, through you, Chair Harris, and thank you for the report. As I was reading the report, I noticed a few things that stuck out. One was around the fleet and potential opportunities there with kind of the fleet aspect. The other thing was under human resources, and that we have the highest turnover reported. So just looking at some of the which ways this data is interpreted. But one of the things I specifically did not see, and I don't know if this is part of it, is there's no benchmarks on kind of that equity and inclusion piece. And I'm bringing this up just because we had a fulsome discussion about transit and accessibility, and I did not see anywhere in this report around that. So I'm just wondering if that's factored in, especially knowing just where some of the requests for more accessibility, in this case in particular, have been identified. So I don't know if that's part of it, if you can speak to that, but I did notice that was not part of this.
Through the chair, thanks for your question. That's a great piece of feedback. And that's something that we can share back to NBN Canada to assess whether there's something there and whether it's something that could be included moving forwards.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have any other questions at this time, colleagues. So thank you for that report. Yeah, that was for information. So I'm going to go to, sorry, tracking list. Yeah, information council committee tracking list. We don't have any items for the tracking list. Colleagues, is there any other business that you'd like to discuss today? All right, seeing none, our next meeting of the Administration and Finance Committee will be held on January the 13th, 2026. We will now move to adjourn. Is there a mover and a seconder to adjourn? Councillor McCabe, Councillor Hunick will second that. We'll head over to you, Scribe, to make it official, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. And I guess because I have the microphone too, I'll just remind folks there was an email that I sent out to you all, just kind of going through some of the things that we'll start with tomorrow. I encourage you to have a good look at the report, as I know the questions that were asked have been attempted to be answered, as we won't likely be taking up too much time on those, other than for those that feel there's clarification required in order to continue the day moving forward. So look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. I guess that's it for us today. We are adjourned.